We grew up watching these icons light up our screens, our radios, and our childhood memories, so much so that they felt larger than life. But what if I told you that behind the fame, the awards, and the flawless public image, many of these black legends are quietly fighting battles most of the world knows nothing about? From life-threatening illnesses to emotional struggles hidden behind red carpet smiles, these heroes are confronting challenges that don't make headlines, but reveal a level of courage far greater than anything they've shown on stage or on camera. This isn't a story about fame. It's a story about survival, resilience, and the human truth beneath the spotlight. Today, we uncover the hidden struggles of 21 black celebrities who are fighting for their lives, some in silence, some with unimaginable strength. Before we begin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Secrets of Black Star for more untold stories. Denzel Washington, the legend whose strength now comes from silence. Denzel Washington is more than just a name in Hollywood. He's a symbol of mastery, discipline, and a presence so commanding it has shaped 4 decades of film history. Born in 1954, he built an extraordinary career through unforgettable performances in Glory, Malcolm X, Training Day, and Fences, roles that demanded physical intensity and emotional depth. But behind that unbreakable image lies a truth few fans ever see. Years of extreme preparation, rapid weight changes, punishing training, relentless schedules have taken a toll. Now in his late 60s, Denzel quietly battles hypertension and cardiovascular issues, forcing him to monitor his health with the same discipline he brought to every role. Even when fatigue hits, he delivers flawlessly, hiding strain behind calm composure. That quiet strength has become his signature. In recent years, he's chosen fewer but more meaningful projects like The Tragedy of Macbeth, prioritizing purpose over productivity. His message to younger generations is clear. Fame means nothing without integrity and balance. Seeing Denzel today reminds us that even heroes age, even legends struggle, and even the strongest must fight battles the world never sees. Janet Jackson, the superstar fighting to save her voice. Janet Jackson isn't just a pop icon. She's a revolution wrapped in rhythm, discipline, and quiet power. From Control to Rhythm Nation, she shaped generations with her groundbreaking sound and unapologetic artistry. But beneath the flawless choreography and global fame lies a struggle she never asked for. A severe vocal cord condition threatening the one instrument that defined her legacy. Performing used to be effortless. Today, every show is a gamble. Her voice can crack mid-lyric, tremble during high notes, or disappear entirely without warning. For a perfectionist known for precision, it's heartbreaking. Yet Janet refuses to quit. Behind every concert are hours of vocal therapy, breathing routines, rehearsals, and discipline few artists could endure. Still, she carries the weight of decades of scrutiny, from the Super Bowl fallout to becoming a mom at 50. And through it all, she performs with vulnerability instead of fear. Her message is clear. Greatness isn't perfection. It's the courage to keep showing up, even when your own body wavers. Janet Jackson stands as a reminder that legends don't fade, they fight. Samuel L. Jackson, the survivor who rebuilt himself. Samuel L. Jackson's voice and presence are so iconic that he feels indestructible, but his story is built on battles most fans never see. Long before Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, and Nick Fury cemented him as a Hollywood titan, Jackson nearly lost everything to addiction. In the 70s and 80s, cocaine and alcohol consumed his life until a family intervention forced him into rehab. That decision saved him and gave the world one of its greatest actors. But addiction leaves scars. Now in his 70s, Jackson openly discusses the physical toll of his past: chronic fatigue, careful heart monitoring, and the need to preserve energy while filming. His stamina isn't what it used to be, yet his discipline is sharper than ever. Jackson treats survival as his greatest achievement. He maintains strict routines, regular checkups, and a lifestyle built on intention, not impulse. Fans may see fewer roles now, but each performance carries weight. His life proves that true strength comes not from avoiding destruction, but choosing to rise after it. Whoopi Goldberg, the EGOT who beat death. Whoopi Goldberg has spent her career breaking barriers, making history, and speaking truth with humor sharper than a blade. But in 2019, the world almost lost her forever. A sudden case of double pneumonia spiraled into sepsis, a life-threatening condition that left her hospitalized for weeks. Doctors told her she almost left this earth. Breathing became a battle. Sleep felt dangerous. Even after surviving, she needed oxygen support and months of recovery. Her once booming voice softened, and her energy faded. For an EGOT winner known for resilience, it was a humbling reminder of mortality. But Whoopi returned, not as the unbreakable icon, but as a survivor determined to warn others. She used her platform to raise awareness about pneumonia and the importance of not ignoring symptoms. Her presence on The View carries deeper meaning now. Every episode is a victory, every laugh a gift. Whoopi's story shows that legends don't just inspire us with success, they inspire us with survival. Serena Williams, the champion, who almost didn't make it home. Serena Williams is the greatest tennis player of the modern era. Power, precision, and confidence personified. But in 2017, after giving birth to her daughter, she faced a life-or-death crisis. A pulmonary embolism, a deadly blood clot, blocked her lungs. Serena, already familiar with blood clot issues, recognized the symptoms and demanded a CT scan, saving her own life. Recovery was excruciating. Breathing hurt, moving hurt, motherhood and mortality collided in the same moment. But Serena isn't built to surrender. Months later, she returned to the court and reached 4 Grand Slam finals, an achievement unmatched by any athlete postpartum. Off-court, she champions maternal health, highlighting the alarming mortality rates for Black mothers in America. Her vulnerability became a megaphone for women worldwide. Serena's greatest win isn't her 23 Grand Slams, it's her survival, her refusal to let fear replace her fire. Toni Braxton, The Voice, battling an invisible enemy. Toni Braxton's warm, unmistakable contralto made her an R&B goddess, but lupus, an unpredictable autoimmune disease, has threatened both her voice and her life. Since revealing her diagnosis in 2010, Toni has faced relentless fatigue, painful flare-ups, and organ failure scares that forced hospital stays and canceled tours. Some days she can sing with power, other days she can barely stand. No makeup, no spotlight can hide the agony of a body attacking itself, yet she steps on stage anyway, fragile, courageous, determined. Instead of disappearing, Toni became a bold advocate for lupus awareness, especially in the Black community where diagnoses and treatment gaps are common. She turned personal pain into public purpose. Toni Braxton proves that artistry isn't about flawless notes. It's about the courage to perform when every breath feels uncertain. Maya Angelou, the poet who kept speaking through pain. Maya Angelou carried the weight of history in her voice. Even as age and respiratory issues weakened her body, her spirit never dimmed. Traveling became difficult, breathing became harder, and public speaking drained her energy. But she refused to stay silent. She continued publishing, lecturing, and mentoring from a wheelchair or with assistance, knowing her time was limited. Every poem, every speech felt urgent. her final gift to future generations. Angelo taught that dignity and decline can coexist. She wanted the world to know that strength is not the absence of pain, but the decision to keep rising despite it. Her passing left a void, but her legacy fills the world. Maya Angelou proved that even as the body breaks, the soul can continue to soar. Tracy Morgan, the man who walked back from the edge of death. Tracy Morgan built his legacy on fearless, unpredictable comedy, but nothing prepared him for the tragedy that nearly ended his life in 2014. When a Walmart truck slammed into his limousine, Tracy suffered a shattered leg, broken ribs, a traumatic brain injury, and spent weeks in a coma. Doctors warned he might never walk, speak, or perform again. Waking up was only the beginning. He had to relearn basic movements, how to stand, how to balance, even how to shape words. Therapy sessions were long, painful, and emotionally brutal. Some days he cried, some days he laughed just to survive. What people didn't see was his fear, the possibility that his comedic timing, his memory, or his personality might never return. But Tracy fought harder than ever. His emotional comeback at the 2015 Emmys proved his spirit wasn't broken. Hosting SNL again marked his rebirth. Today he lives with physical pain, but also with profound gratitude. Tracy Morgan's story isn't just about surviving a crash. It's about reclaiming identity after losing almost everything. Eddie Murphy, the comedy king who chose healing over fame. Eddie Murphy ruled Hollywood with unstoppable momentum. From SNL to Beverly Hills Cop to Coming to America, he became the most influential comedian of his era. But fame at that level takes a silent toll. Endless filming schedules, exhausting tours, and pressure to maintain brilliance every moment. Over time, Eddie's body and mind began showing signs of burnout, fatigue, weight fluctuations, and emotional exhaustion hidden behind red carpet smiles. Instead of forcing himself to keep going, he made a rare choice for a superstar. He stepped away completely. The 2010s became Eddie's decade of rebuilding. He focused on family, stability, health, and rediscovering joy outside spotlight. Hollywood thought he had faded, but he was preparing for a better comeback. When he returned in Dolomite Is My Name, he reminded the world why he's a legend. The performance was sharp, heartfelt, and full of renewed energy. Eddie Murphy's greatest lesson is simple but powerful. Sometimes stepping back is the only way to truly rise. Greatness grows when you protect your peace. Snoop Dogg, the rap icon. Learning to outrun his own lifestyle. Snoop Dogg's image has always been effortless. Smooth voice, calm swagger, a joint in hand, and a career that spans 3 decades. But behind the smoke and charisma is a body that has endured years of nonstop touring, sleepless nights, heavy marijuana use, and the pressure of staying relevant in a brutal industry. As he entered his 50s, the consequences began to show. Fans noticed moments of exhaustion, fainting rumors, sudden hospital visits, and long breaks that hinted something wasn't right. For the first time, Snoop acknowledged that age and lifestyle were catching up to him. Instead of pretending to be invincible, he chose evolution. He adjusted his diet, worked out, reduced smoking, and prioritized longevity, motivated by his children and grandchildren. The transformation shocked fans, but also earned respect. Snoop now talks openly about health, aging, and growing wiser instead of just growing older. His story proves that real legends don't just break records, they adapt, survive, and redefine what strength looks like in the long run. Behind every award, every song, and every unforgettable performance lies a truth we often forget. Even our greatest black legends are human. Denzel, Janet, Serena, Tony, Maya, Tracy, Snoop, Eddie, they are giants in our culture, but not invincible. Their struggles remind us that life is fragile, unpredictable, and sometimes painfully unfair. Yet their courage in the face of illness, loss, exhaustion, and aging reveals a deeper form of greatness, one not built on fame, but on resilience. Their stories teach us that strength isn't the absence of struggle. It's choosing to rise when your body is weak, choosing purpose when fear creeps in, and choosing hope even when the world expects perfection. So now it's your turn. Which story moved you the most, and what does it teach you about strength? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us at Secrets of Black Star for more untold stories.